Telescopes come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, but perhaps not quite like this. I bought this in 1986, a Celestron Super C8. In 1995 I started building a domed observatory, and having seen this, decided to buy it. It's a 12.5-inch Cassegrain telescope. The condition was quite poor and required repainting and some parts rebuilding. Gary Nankerville, a leading telescope optical designer, using the Coulter mirror data and ZMAX software, was able to get a good telescope design result. With his recommendations and through drawings he posted, I was able to start building. Cutting the rings from 7mm 5-ply for the tube frame. With 8 rings clamped together, I cut grooves for the stays. Thin shavings are taken off to trim stays to size. Rings in position and first stay glued in place. Bendy ply is used to cover the frame. It took many hours sanding the tube. At last the tube is completed. Making the aluminium pieces that form the cell that supports the primary mirror. 420mm diameter, 10mm thick aluminium, showing the 3-point flotation system. Aluminium parts are either anodized black or powder coated dark grey. Threading screw holes. Parts assembled to check that everything fits. Inside this tube is a motor for coarse focus by moving the secondary mirror towards or away from the primary mirror. Ready for anodizing. The vanes conduct voltage to the motor via wires. Modifications were done by adding thumb screws and springs for adjusting secondary mirror alignment. The primary mirror in position. Note the original telescope assembly in the background. The old blue paint is stripped away. The drive system after reconditioning. The telescope finally completed. Computer positioning of the scope is achieved by the Argo Navis unit. Encoders added. Remotes for coarse focus for north, south and east-west adjustments. Here is north-south motor and gearing. The completed 12.5-inch Cassegrain telescope with the Celestron C8 strapped to it. The 12.5-inch is excellent for planetary use. This is Saturn. And for star clusters, this is the jewel box, also known as Capicrucis in the Southern Cross. The Celestron C8 is good for deep sky use. This is the Orion Nebula M42 and M43.